Alright, well, we won the die roll, and we are second, facing a rematch against Bilster, and then we will face Proboscis or some old guy, depending on how that match ends up. But first, we gotta win this one. Let's play first, and we'll throw this one back. And we'll keep this one, throwing back the... I'm gonna put back the Dignitary. And then I'm going to shuffle immediately. Alright. I'll grab myself planes. So our opponent's got the Thraben Inspector Just guy. Not really control, not really aggro. Teachings is going to be good, but I am going to need to find some things before that becomes useful. I wish I could have played that turn one. That would have been nice. Have two things to flicker next turn, but as it stands, well, we'll figure it out. Well, Moment's Peace ain't the thing we're looking for, but I'm glad I threw back the Stonehorn. Alright, well, I get to use all my mana. Let's see if we can find some lands. We failed to find some lands. Well, hopefully they don't put me under too much pressure. Oh, I drew a land, so that's really nice. If I had missed on land drops, I would have just had to flicker my stuff and then hope for the best. But, well, we don't have to hope for the best. Wow, that's greedy. I'm going to go ahead and get my Ephemerate, and I'm going to Ephemerate a Muldrifter. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose my Ephemerate, but I got nothing better going on. If I draw a Tron piece map, I guess I don't use Ephemerate. Well, no, I guess I would. Okay, whatever. I'm definitely in Ephemerate now. We'll go ahead and play another Astrolabe, looking for map or mage, or just draw the plant. Yeah, how about we just draw the plant? That's a good idea. Alright, my opponent gets to kill my Muldrifter, presumably. Yep. My Ephemerate's gone, but I've got 3 flickers, a Dignitary, piece, and teachings for something. It is dangerous for them to have an Archaeomancer in play, but we get to sit here. We're not taking damage, so we don't need to worry about preserving our life total. And as soon as we draw a horror or a wall, we get to go completely insane. Well, that might be a little bit off. A little bit of a ways off. See if they play anything this turn. If they just pass doing nothing, I'm going to get real suspicious. I guess the first things first, I'm just going to flicker 2 things. Just going to use a instant speed divination here. And if we find some good stuff, cool. If not, then we'll figure out if we want to risk this teachings or just start turning through more flickers. Alright, there's that. Did they? I thought they got back a... I know they got back a cantrip. Yeah, they got back Preordain. Just want to make sure it was a Preordain, not Ponder they got back. Alright. What I didn't want them to do is a counterspell and then immediately Ephemerate to get their value. So, they don't have enough mana to do that. They could Dispel if they have that, but, well, we kind of blinked. Let's see if we can draw some instants that we would get with teachings. Alright, I'm just going to flashback these teachings for teachings. We'll get a Dispel plus Prohibit off of it. But first, we have some things to cast. There's Prohibit. Let's start with a Trinket Mage. Grab ourselves some more colored mana. Probably going to play this tower, but I can wait a little bit. We need to find a horror or a wall. Just something to get, started. I'm going to cast a Mole Drifter. If it gets counterspelled, it gets counterspelled. If it doesn't, it gives me a very juicy flicker target. There's a horror and a wall. Alright. We've already played our land. We played the tower, yes. Alright. We get to discard. Anti-combat card, land. What is this? Not sure. That costs a lot of mana. I don't care about thinning. I'll use the mine as my land drop next turn. End of turn, I'm going to teach things for Dispel, and then my opponent should be locked out of the game. Well, They could triple counterspell. I don't care about this at all. They're not going to have any lands in play to abuse that, so... If they had just passed with all their mana up, I would have been cagey about what I was going to do, but as it stands, I'm just going to start bouncing their lands. This game should be over. I even have a flicker in hand, so I don't need to do anything silly. That's wrong one. Undo. Going into sideboardings with a win is so good. Then you get to see what your opponent's up to and react to it. You do end up losing the second game. But first, well, let's start with the Astrolabe. Technically, it could draw an Ephemerate or something, or another tower. But I'm gonna start with a horror. Then, if they counter here, I get to Dispel Floating one. Get to bounce their bounce land. Maybe. Yeah, bounce their bounce land. Oh, ideal. Yep. Go ahead and play our wall. Getting back Dispel. Now I've got flashback teachings for Pulse if everything goes wrong, and if nothing goes wrong, I've got Dispel Prohibit or Dispel Flicker. I should not have attacked there. They have 2-3. Get it back. Don't care. Should probably get back Counterspell and just try to stop me that way. But it's not going to work because I have the teachings. They don't know about the Prohibit though. They might be able to stop Dispel plus Teachings Flashback, and just not be able to stop this. Okay. Gonna cycle Aspirants. Attacking here doesn't seem great for them. Grab myself an Island. And then we'll untap. Drawing the power plant was pretty nice. Though I had a lot of draws and a lot of outs. So. Opponent also just like full committed on the getting our Chaomancer in play there. So I don't think depriving them of mana matters, or rather, I don't think depriving them of this 1 mana matters. I think it's much more important that I just wait for them to commit more mana, which they did. I think I'm still gonna pass. I just have the Teachings Flashback. And they're losing on board. Well, we're kind of stalemated, but they are losing on board, because if I wanted to, I could attack Horror, trade with Skyfisher, and then beat them to death with a 2-2. So, we're winning on board. We're winning with our hand currently. So they have to do stuff. Okay. So they're trading 2 for 6 as it stands. Which means they are going to be up to something. But what that something is? Well, we don't know. We don't know yet. I could get Pulse. That's really defensive. I think I'm just going to get an Ephemerate. Ephemerate is basically Pulse that I have to cast in advance, but it's much more powerful. If they want to fight, they got to fight now. It's only going to get worse for him from here. Fortunately for them, if they lead on Scred, I get to lead on Flicker. So. Go ahead and Dispel. They know about the Dispel. If their plan is hope I have nothing, they still lose here. Because if they Ephemerate and then try to counterspell, my teaching still resolves, which means I get to get a pulse and then just combo them out my turn. But they also just are dead because I have another Flicker and a Prohibit in hand, so didn't really matter what they did. They were going to be losing from the position they were in. I'm going to start with a Muldrifter. I don't have a land drop for next turn anyway, so just about to bounce that Journey, get my Muldrifter on. Another Muldrifter. Scred's dead. I think I'm going to respond to the teachings, just in case they have something that I need to worry about. I'm going to hit the Archaeomancer. They have an Ephemerate going in. See what they discard. Next turn I get to get 6 Flickers on. So I can kill all their lands here. Yeah, alright, they're dead. Which means I should probably get Pulse, because that's what brings me back from... well, no, I can just get Dispel. Or I can get Ephemerate and get back Dispel. Alright. Pulse, get out of here. I don't need you. I didn't need you anything. That also did blocks it. Okay, cool. Go ahead and bounce their Islands. Probably should attack first, but... well, try not to time out. Sometimes you just gotta play extremely badly in the interest of saving time. I get to kill all their lands and then hold up Condescend for 1, so I don't feel particularly disadvantaged from our position. Now, what I should have done is restart MTGO. I actually forgot to restart MTGO, so we might run into bugs, but that means I just need to not get timed out this game, and it'll be fine. All right. They have an island in hand that we know about. Yep, they have an island. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Chunk ya. Chunk ya. I could have gotten 4 more in here, or killed an Inspector, but, well, sometimes you just play fast. I would not have made a token, because that just means I can make them discard a card at any time. Yeah, I'm not going to counter that. Alright, F6. Get the value from the F6. Good, get Ephemerate back. I think I'm going to lead on hardcasting a Muldrifter. If I draw the second horror, it really helps. But I did it, and it doesn't really matter. Let's play a plant. Go ahead and bounce your core Skyfisher and land. Should have more than 16 minutes when we finish this game up. Maybe I should have tapped differently. Whatever, don't care. I'm just not going to think about it. I'll attack with all. If they double block, I'll ephemerate the horror. That's basically killing 2 with Raven Inspectors with 1 stone. Kabam. F6. Alright, they're at 12 and I have lethal in play. And I get to counter anything they play. Alright, we have the game locked up. We'll go ahead and discard this Trinket Mage and go to the game 2 with 16.5 minutes left. My god. Maybe I should have flickered to bounce the Inspector instead of countering it, but I don't think that matters. And again, I'm not going to put in any brain power trying to figure out if it's the correct play. I'm just going to F6 and right-click attack with all. Kabam! Ding, 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 ding. Cool. 16.5 minutes, huh? Seems like it's going to be just fine. Alright, so how did I sideboard last time? Did I end up just putting in all of these? We're on the draw, so... Alright. Using this as a pseudo anti-combat card, cutting the Condescend on the draw, and bringing to 8 blasts. What did I end up cutting? Flicker? Or blue blasts? I think I cut Flicker. Maybe I should have just have 3 blue blasts, but... I can't remember if I got super greedy and just cut the planes. Is it time to get super greedy? We're just putting in another Flicker, right? Yeah, alright. That planes could be a Flicker still. Or an anti-combat card. Man, they gave us our first game loss of the tournament. Unbelievable. This is a revenge match. I need to avenge my game loss, and they need to avenge their match loss. Alright, so one of these blue blasts could be a Flicker. Or an anti-combat card, maybe a forest. The planes could also be a Flicker or an anti-combat card. Don't want Condescend. You can keep Condescend on the play sometimes against some builds, but it's just so bad if you're countering 1-mana threats with a 4-mana spell that gets countered by 1-mana spells. It's pretty bad in a counter war if you are losing. You're behind. Keep the God Draw. Hey, this is the first God Draw. I'm missing the Mole Drifter, but this is the first Tron plus Prism hand, right? And we'll go ahead and get an Island. I want more blue. Don't really need the white. The white's just there as snow mana. Alright, we're going to jam Prism and hope they don't have a artifact kill spell that turn. I think it's too important to get Prism in play before they can counterspell it. So, if they have Ancient Grudge plus Astrolabe, then whatever. I guess I don't want to show him Tron. If I had a Condescend in hand, I'd probably just play the tower, but I have Prohibit plus a Blast, which should be good enough. I will counter a Astrolabe if they play it. Won't counter that. I can tell you I will not counter Thraben Inspector. Alright. Alright, so they are representing actual counter spells. Yeah. I'll just play Muldrifter and counter their counter. If they're sandbagging an Astrolabe, then good on them. If they have Ephemerate plus Muldrifter, then I can deal with that. I can deal with it in many ways. If they have an Archaeomaster, then I'm going to be in great shape. Looks like a Muldrifter Ephemerate. I guess I could go mounted kill my Muldrifter. That would kind of suck. Yeah. Alright. Flicker's good. That lets me get more than one colored mana source this turn. I'm gonna go Trinket Mage for Astrolabe, play Astrolabe. Hopefully drawing a land. If I miss on lands, it's not that bad. I can flicker these two. It's kind of missing on lands. Let's see if we can get a Tron piece. Or at least a snow land that's not, that doesn't cost us another mana. Cool. So I can hold up 2 counter spells. Excellent. We'll go ahead and get a land here. Am I discarding Horror or Plains? I guess I'll just discard the Plains. Because my current plan is kill the Muldrifter in response to the Ephemerate, and then counter their counter. I really just want to use my mana and my spells, and then deprive them of mana and counter spells. Destroy target permanent if it's blue, yeah. Then we'll counter back. Oh, another Ephemerate. Alright. Counter back. They have a Red Blast or a counter spell. They get to clear, they get to get their Ephemerate going. Draw 2 more cards this turn, but I don't take any damage. They have to counter here. There's no way they let this resolve. Oh, no. Oh, they're dead. Right? I guess I can go island counters. No, even then. They're just so far behind. Yeah, they are dead. I'm just gonna wall back Prohibit and Ephemerate it. Well, let's research first. Go ahead and play Astrolabe. Not with the Prism, that would be silly. Got a Astrolabe with Astrolabe. Let's go ahead and Muldrifter. I've got 2 silence, sure. Go ahead and Ephemerate this. Force my opponent to do something. Is there a red spell I care about? Maybe kill both my creatures? I think I'd rather just get map and play. Alright. Excellent. And look at my, look at my hand. I get to use horrors as things my opponent's forced to use counter spells on, rather than let me just deprive them of the mana that allows them to counter anything. I have double wall to clinch up the game. I've got Blue Blast to stop the Pyroblast, and I've got another Muldrifter. They have not made their land drop, though, so they can still kill both my creatures, but it requires them to have 2 red spells. Oh, never mind. I thought they had another red mana. Guess not. Just gonna play another Skyfisher. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and earn the concession, I will say. I'm gonna target Muldrifter. I could just get an Astrolabe, but where's the fun in that? Go ahead and get Ephemerate. Go ahead and Ephemerate the wall. Get back a Prohibit. And then I guess I'm just going to go ahead and whore back their bounce land. I've got double counter out. And I have Pulse already in my hand. There's just not much I care about anymore. All of it involves lots of mana. Like, look at my hand. I have another Flicker Loop plus a Pulse of Rasa. So, discarding this Trinket Mage. Shipping it back. I get hit for 4, though. So, they could race me. Oh, they also have used both Ephemerates. Maybe they play more than 2, but that was another way they might be able to do something, but they just didn't have the mana once I bounced the bounce land. Like, they can't just go Archaeomancer, play a third Ephemerate, I don't know, whatever. They're just really far behind, is all I've really got to say. Not gonna block. End of turn, I'm gonna go ahead and map. If my opponent Pyroblasts, and then I Blue Blast and they counter back, I'm fine with that interaction. I just want to deprive my opponent of mana and spells. Well, I deprive them of mana, and I guess Fire Blast. But what do we got here? Let's just get another tower. Why not? I can target the wall. If they counterspell here, I let it resolve, and then I flicker to start the loop again. My opponent might have a counterspell, and they're just waiting to counter the Ephemerate on the way down. I'm just going to target this thing. My opponent's super dead. I don't think it matters what I do from here. Like, they're just dying to the race at this point. And I've got a ton of flickers up. I'm not going to target the Inspector. I don't think that's necessary. I'll go ahead and pass. Don't think they can attack with Skyfishers anymore. If they do, I just bash for even more than they are dealing to me. I will Ephemerate here, and then get a Pyroblast. And Prohibit if they attempt to stop me. I could bounce both Skyfishers, burning up the Flicker, but I think it's better to just draw me a card, because I have extra colorless mana. I don't have extra colorless anymore, so I'm just going to bounce 2 more lands? Nah, I'll just hit Skyfishers. I get a bash for 10, and then bounce all their lands. And I should get the game locked up. Well, if not locked up, then I just kill them on the turn after, so it's close enough to locked up, right? Alright, this matchup seems really, really good. My build versus their build. They just don't have the Seekers to pressure me early, and they're still running kind of dorky weenies. So, there's kind of like a mid-range version. They've got some creatures and some spells, but they don't have like 4 Ephemerates and just a ton of counters. Instead, they're on some expensive cantrips. So, our build is advantaged. Our mystery opponent from the last round apparently lost. And Probosco's... oh, you didn't see that one. I mulliganed to 0. They played Snow Plains, Snow Island, Course Skyfisher, ×2, Radiant Fountain, Evolving Wilds, and a Course Sanctifiers in the main deck. The kicker, destroy an artifact or enchantment for 2 white, 2/3. So I'm going to be interested in seeing their list tomorrow. They play one of our opponents, right? Jukenchi. Yes. Alright. We're not playing them. We're playing some old guy. They were 3rd and 6th seed. We were 2nd and 7th. So, some old guy. They could be on anything. Anything at all. Hopefully, we win the die roll, have a very good draw, and can finally get into the finals instead of getting massacred in the top 4.